thank God I finally got a vest. That's not a level 1. Literally looked the whole entire last game for a vest that was better than level 1. And honestly, if I would have had one, I might have lived. Don't think I actually want the angled. Why does the default M16 look better than with skin? Well, because they made the skin look like crap. Nah, probably won't find a level 2 helmet very fast. Yeah. It's looking like it's how it's going to shape up, right? I think I've passed over a level 2 bag. Nope. There we go, dude. There we go. Would I go for the QBZ over the M4? I'll use any guns over other guns, dude. Is this a rerun or live? It's definitely a rerun. Yeah, this isn't live right now. Dead. You know, I'm getting rid of all this shit. I'm not even gonna worry about swapping to a Vector. QBZ for life. Dead. Where's it going? It's going south. Let's go. Madness, when I got into PC gaming, did I use a ball mouse or a sensor mouse? Dude, I didn't start PC gaming until 2015 spring, bro. By then, ball mouses were Stone Age. At least when it comes to FPSs and, like, really PC gaming. Before that, I played console always, and I'd sometimes play RuneScape and WoW. I'd play with, like, some shitty, cheap mouse and keyboard. Don't even know what they were. They're just like whatever came with the PC. You've only been PC gaming for 3 years? A little over 3 years, yeah. Damn, he just got killed by someone else. Dead. $13 left, bro. Let's go. down these trees somewhere. Opposite side of the hill. He could be pushing towards me, but I'm not sure if he is or isn't. He was definitely expecting me coming this way, I'd assume. Suppressed AUG, bro. God, fucking dude. Okay, so we got a guy up the hill. We had a dude that was down here with an AUG. Guy across the water, he just killed somebody. Needed to pay attention to the AUG guy's name. Because it very well could have been the AUG guy. Or that's the AUG guy right there. I can get pushed from behind now. Damn, that sounded like it was across the water. So I'm gonna guess there's a guy up here above me still. And probably like the M24 guy. Dead. Okay, there was a dude in the buildings, right? But it's possible that the one I killed next to the river killed that person. I don't know if he's still in the building. He could have like got out at any point and flanking, right? I can't check all these angles at the same time. It obviously seemed that he's got out on this other side and is flanking up the hill. Hear him. He's west. Dead. Got him!
His name is John C.
Oh, fuck. Go! We're bringing it home. We're bringing it home. Winner, winner. Chicken for dinner. Look at how many mans were left, dude. All right. It's a top 10 situation. We just barely got shot at from the north, from Van Oker here. And I pushed away to try to make it into the circle, and I've wrapped around. And I'm now pushing in as well. So I'm pushing in. I realize we're in the forest here. I realize this is a top 10 situation. I'm trying to pay attention. I'm constantly checking the ground, checking up around all the rocks, around all the trees, looking for snakes. Keep pushing forward. Still checking. Still trying to play aggressive even to into the late game. And boom, what happens? We hear gunshots under the bridge. You can tell it's under the bridge because of the hollow sound that it has, right? Where it sounds like it's echoing. So we could easily tell that it was under the bridge. And down there, Kevin 229 is fighting Fanog. Now, I didn't pay attention, but I should have paid attention and realized what his name was. It was Kevin 229. So I hear this, and I think to myself, hey, I can hold this guy outside the circle here. He's got to push in. I quickly look at the minimap. So I'm thinking to myself, he has to either push in along the coastline of the river, where I won't really be able to see him all that much, or he's going to end up pushing into me. But one thing I didn't know is that right on the other side of this freaking rock, there was a prone guy, and this just happens on Sandok all the time, right? People just end up, they run towards the center of the circle, and they just prone next to rocks is how they play. So it's like something you always have to be wary of, but it's not something that you can always control. But it's just something you got to try to be checking. So, I mean, I come around this rock, and I obviously see this dude. He should have immediately started firing at me, but I react immediately when I see him, and I'm able to fire at him. The thing is with me coming around the rock that quick, I do have a little bit more time to react than he does, just because of Peeker's advantage. It's slight. He definitely should have been able to fire at me, but it probably would have ended up being like a straight up fight. Also, I mean, since he's prone, it easily gave me an opportunity to headshot him. But I still know, or I think, that Kevin is still under the bridge, but see, if I would have been paying attention to the kill feed, Face Squancher actually ends up killing Kevin, and I missed that info. See, so that's info I would have realized, hey, boom, the guy under the bridge, he's dead. Face Squancher, somewhere else in the circle, killed the guy. So I quickly loot this dude. I grab his level 3 vest. I grab his backpack. I could have chose to grab his helmet. His helmet was like it is very low durability. He was going to only be able to take one gunshot. He has a level 3 helmet, and I have a level 2 helmet. My level 2 helmet's full, though. So the question is, at the end of the game here, either option could have been the right choice, to take the level 3 or to stick with the level 2. Level 2, if you get hit in the head with an AR, right? At some point, like leading up in this, I get shot in the head with an AR. Like, say I get in a spray battle, dude hits me in the head with an AR. If he shoots me with a level 2 helmet, I should survive. I'm going to take a little bit more damage than I would with a level 3 helmet, right? And I will still have my level 2 helmet. If I'm able to win that fight and med back up, I still have a helmet. I still have that level 2. Where if I take the level 3 and I get shot in the head, I lose the helmet. I still take less damage, but now I don't have a helmet. So a follow-up headshot after that is going to kill me. The only time the level 2 actually is going to end up being better, though, is in the situation where I get headshot and I don't get headshot immediately again. I'm able to med back up. Like, I win the fight, I med back up, and then I take another headshot. Then I'll still live. Whereas if I took the level 3 helmet, once I get headshot, if I'm not able to get another helmet after that, say I knock off the other guy, say the other guy only had a level 1 and it gets knocked off, or level 2 gets knocked, level 3 gets knocked off, then I have no helmet. If I get into another battle after that, in a spray battle, I have no helmet, so I'm likely to die from a headshot, right? So it kind of depends on what you think is going to happen. If you think you're going to get shot by a sniper rifle, obviously if you get hit in the head by a Kar 98 or an M24, you're dead if you have a level 2 helmet. If I have a level 3 helmet, I'll survive it, but my helmet will get knocked off because it was such low HP. So it's really me thinking to myself, am I more likely to have to take a bunch of AR fights here at the end, or am I more likely to get sniped? And really, in like the moment, I thought to myself, it's likely that I'm not gonna get sniped in such close range, close quarters. It's more likely it's gonna come down to spray battles, so I'm gonna stick with the level 2 helmet instead. That's why I chose to go with the level 2 over the level 3. So, boom. During this, I hear Van Oker. He's killed someone else up in the forest. So what do I know? I know there's still a guy up in the forest above me. I'm paying attention to that. I go back here. I check. I'm looking to see if I see him. I don't see him. He's back behind cover. He's back behind the hill. What do? I still thought the guy from the bridge was up, so I chuck a nade down next to this rock because if this guy has to push in and he doesn't push directly into me, where did he have to push? He had to push to the coastline, right? So I was trying to get the nade just barely to the right side of that rock because that's likely where he would have been. That's why I needed that. So yeah, I'm looking over here. I check along the side, seeing if the dude's prone. Now there is like a little like divot next to the 2 trees. The 2 white trees a little bit further away. There's a little divot where he could have possibly been prone there, and I maybe didn't see him, but it's unlikely that he was perfectly prone in that position. It was more likely that he would be playing next to the rock. But he was already dead, and we missed it. So now I'm hearing the M24 fire. And then, boom, what happens right after that? We hear these gunshots. And usually when you hear, like, some shots, and then right after that you hear different shots, usually it's the same people that were shooting at each other, right? So there was a chance that the sniper got taken out. We weren't 100% positive, but it's something to note. So now I'm checking for these gunshots down here, right? And I spot them right there, boom, in the water. Could have actually seen him a little bit before that, but this is when I seen it. So what do I know? Oh, this person has to push into us. So what do? I push up to the tree. I wait. I'm looking, seeing if I see this person. Boom, he comes out on the right side. I take shots. Immediately, I jump back behind the tree because what is this person going to do? What is he likely doing? Hey, I just shot at him. He probably should be re-peeking, trying to figure out where the hell I just shot at him from. Instead, he's moving up still, moving up to the rock. So now I re-peek again. Re-peek, boom, dead, pushing into me. What do I immediately do? I check my back. Why do I check my back? Because I know there was a person up above me, and after hearing those shots, it's likely that that person might end up pushing me. So I'm watching up above me. Also, in my mind, during this time, I was thinking that it's a top 3 situation. I don't know where this other guy is 100%. I know that I heard the sniper, and I thought that it was coming from these buildings. Does this guy actually have the sniper? It is the guy with the sniper. The reason I thought it was coming from the buildings was because of like the sound, right? It sounds like it's inside a building. It's like got that echo sound. Now, but in my head too, at the same time, I was thinking to myself that this person right here could have killed the sniper. Either way, in this top 3 situation, I was kind of guessing that if there's another person in this circle, that they'd be at the buildings. Why? Because it's just likely that someone's at the buildings, and after killing all these people and not really hearing anyone else shoot, like the chance of that person being hiding in the building, I feel like is higher. So I was thinking to myself, likely this other person's probably near the buildings. Right now I'm watching above. I'm going out to the left to get more of a wide angle right along the edge of the circle, and then boom, what do I see? Boom, right in front of me. So I immediately fire, waiting for the re-peek, checking both sides. And then I peek back this. He peeks. I re-peek him. He's very low. I know since he's low, he's likely going to try to med back up behind the rock. So what do? I'm going to flank to the right. What is he doing? Instead, he's peeking. But the thing is he's peeking the tree, right? He didn't see me move over here, so he's still looking at the tree. I moved while he was behind that rock, so he's peeking the tree, and when I come out, I'm already expecting him either on the right side of the rock or behind it. So I immediately get a follow-up shot and take him out. If he would have been medding back there, I was going to move more to the right and chuck a nade if I didn't see him with this. So what am I doing now? In my mind, I'm still thinking this guy is likely towards the buildings, especially due to the fact this dude was up top. He didn't fight anybody else. And I know that for the most part, from like about here in the circle all the way up to like where this guy is, right to about like right here in this general area, that there's likely not a guy unless he's just snaking, not moving, not shooting anybody, like hiding So after that, I'm pushing up. I'm trying to check next to the circle, check all these bushes, move a little bit slower, try to make sure that if there is a snake, I see them before they're able to see me, or as they see me, so I can react to them. Checking everything, checking around. Still in my mind, I'm thinking this dude's likely near the buildings. So I was checking down at the buildings, knowing that I've been moving around up here and I haven't got shot at. It makes me even think more likely there's a guy in the buildings. But look at what happens. Look what happens, dude. Right when I look away is when this dude moves out. Right when I look away. It was like the just shittiest timing. It's because what am I doing? I realized that while I'm checking all this, if there was a dude in the buildings, that he could have flanked me. So like, while I was checking all back there, this guy moves out and he moves up this side. So as I'm moving back, I'm trying to check and make sure that there's not a flank going on. I realized that the circle really wasn't moving yet. And so I kind of wanted to go down here and see if the dude was going to jump out of the building. Because that was my guess, is that likely he's down here. And with how I scanned the whole circle, I was pretty certain he was down here. But in my mind, I know that I took my eyes off that building, right? For a certain amount of time when I went to check this. And during that time, he could have left. So you have to kind of realize, if there was a dude in this building, he could have moved. So I'm checking the buildings. I'm checking my back, worrying, okay, did this guy come out of the building already? Was he not in the building? Is he trying to flank me? I see that it washes over the window. That's like the best way for this dude to leave if he was still in there. Then I'm watching. It's going over the rocks. I'm checking my back again. And then I start pushing back up. This guy was actually really close to me at one point here. He maybe had a line of sight on me. I don't know if he actually seen me or not. He's got a Groza. He didn't end up seeing me from his angle, but he is checking where I was. He popped a smoke. So during this, I mean, he popped a smoke way up here. I really didn't think he was in the smoke. I thought he was throwing the smoke as a distraction. During the moment, I realized, hey, he just threw a smoke grenade. It's unlike, like, why the hell would you throw a smoke grenade on yourself at the end of the game? I was thinking more he was doing it as a distraction, trying to, like, get me to peek over there when he's on the other side. Like, maybe he just hucks it up. But he actually was in that smoke grenade. I was paying attention to that still, though. And now here's what I realized, right? The circle is shrinking. And often you hear people say, like, play from high ground, right? High ground advantage. In this situation, this hill is so steep that I can go to this low ground here. And I'm just checking along the low ground slowly, making sure he's not next to me, right? I'm kind of scanning along, seeing if she's like prone on the side of the hill. Also, it would be very hard to prone on the side of this hill. You almost have to crouch. But the thing I know about this low ground here is I can just sit here, and in order for him to get close enough to kill me, I'm going to hear him before that happens. Right? Because, like, how far does he have to push over this hill to see me? He has to, like, he would have to move so close, right? He has to move, like, all the way up. Like, think about if you're a person, he's got to move up, like, all the way to, like, right here, man. And within that distance, I'm going to be able to hear him and react to him before he can see me. So I'm just checking along the lower side of this hill, and, like, as I look up, see, you'd have to go so far to peek down and look at you. So that's why I positioned myself where I did. So because I heard those footsteps, I heard him to my right side, and that's why I'm watching this side. Like, he could have came up above anywhere, but I just heard him this direction. So I'm just watching for him in this direction. And I stopped moving to not give away my footsteps because, I mean, even though I heard those and he pushed that way, he could have went back up the hill when maybe he pushed back around, he went up the hill and he's prone, right? But all I know is the circle's getting smaller and smaller. It's going to eventually go to the dot. But right here is when I see him. Because he's sneaking in as well. He's also crouched, doing a similar thing. Looking up the hill. And, I mean, he's looking up the hill when I'm across from him. And I seen his sniper in his back before he sees me. I mean, from that, we win the fight. If we don't end up seeing him in that situation, I just wait until I see the dot. And either the dot's going to be on my half of the circle or it's going to be on his. If it's on his, then I'm going to have to sneak up and react to him. And if it's on my side, then he's going to have to push into me and react to me. But either way, we get the victory.